I gotta chop these weeds down. With this. I don't know how it's gonna work. I got no weed eater. Doing it slow so I don't cut my leg off. Rocks. Oh, wow. Rocks. Here. No weed eater sucks. don't want to hit no lines. We got lines, cables and stuff. See, I just hit a cable right there. There's years ago, I'll go right through this stuff. Like real fast. I'm 55 now. It ain't happening that fast. dick. Alright, it's water time. Water. Trimmed it up a little.
Hey! Huh?
Trimmed it back a little bit.
Okay, take a break.
It's not sharp enough and I'm not fast enough.
Take a break.
I'm done.
Oh.
I'm not going up any further. Normally I'd go all the way up to the top of it there, but I ain't doing it. Oh, not right now.
Are you okay?
Yeah. My sleeve. Flip it either way. Yeah, let me get through here. There's the old PlayStation. There's the old PlayStation. That's where I'll keep that thing. Well, they're running into all kinds of trouble there, so and I still never run over and got no waters. Should have ran over there and got some water. We got one more here and I'll run over. You got some right there. Right?
Yeah.
did see a bumblebee. See, just now started getting warm. It was 74 degrees, what, 20 minutes ago? Now it's 77. What's going on here?
Yeah.
See, I went out there, it was cool, I could have cut it off. They turned up to 80, it's probably 80, 90 degrees out there now. And it was just cool, just 20 minutes ago, before I started. 74 degrees. The hell?
It's summer.
How the hell does it change that fast? It's like freaking having a freaking drink out here and putting it in the freezer and change that quick.
Yep.
Get out of here now. You bitch. Don't you go in there. You go in there. What is that? Bumblebee. We need to get screens, dude. Screens will help.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Yeah.
Did you eat some pierogies? Did you eat some pierogies?
Yep.
Hey, we're gonna have to, as I hate to, we're gonna have to close this stuff off and put the air on now.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So, it's already gonna start getting real warm. Hey, wind is dirty anyhow. Down here, got your fire. I know, son.
Ugh.
Well, that works good. What are you watching? Huh?
Huh?
What you watching?
My series.
Hey, that tells me a lot. Your series. I'm glad it's your series. I don't even know what it is.
The Secret Life of an American Teenager.
The Secret Life of an American Teenager, which don't sound too good.
Huh?
It don't sound too good.
It is good.
Too much secret. Baby, you there? How you feel like the water?
I like to know what I look like.
Where'd Ravenberg do? Outside or under the bed?
He's under the bed.
Under the bed. Under the bed. Well. This thing's messing up. There it is already. Computer's messing up. That's why I can't put out these videos. This bitch here. Man, I can't believe I got hot just that little bit. Got hot just that little bit of trimming, man. That wasn't much. Well, I mean, it was a good bit, but in the back of the house with a machete, it was a good bit. It ain't like chopping a limb as you're walking through the jungle. That would have been like probably a good hour walk chopping the limb out of your way in the jungle. That little bit of chopping there. That's cut grass. Huh. So I probably could have went a mile or more just walking through the woods, you know, whenever limbs in the way, whop, off a little bit, limb, whop. That was like a mile and a half, 2 miles to the jungle. I know it don't seem like it, but you got to use your thinking there. More swings. You don't do that in the jungle just every now and then. Something's in the way, whop. So I know I've done it. I used to love doing that, making paths and chopping, just clearing out stuff. I used to love doing that. Now I'm worried I'm going to miss and slice my leg off, or because I'm getting older, plus my energy level. I have my energy level there, but I don't want to push my heart too hard. Because I know, I feel like I can do it, but I know if I do it, because I don't do it every day, gradually build myself up to that I would have something. Because that's what happened to my arm when I was swinging real fast with my fist. I was trying to, trying to see how fast I was, and, like that, and I threw it. And I never did that before, so, for a long time. So then when I did do it, I didn't feel like nothing was wrong, and all of a sudden, my shoulder, I couldn't move my shoulder for like a long time. And it still hurts. It hurts when I sleep, so I think I had a mild stroke. So, I don't go to the doctor, so I ain't worried about it. I take what I get, that's why I don't want to overdo anything. I got 3 hernias, partial hernias. I don't lift anything heavy. Not that I can't. I used to be strong as hell, man. I can pick up everything. I am strong as hell. It's just, if I do it, then I take a risk of that, pushing my stomach out of my, my intestines out of my stomach and laying out there. And I don't go to the doctor, so it'll just have to lay out there until I die, and I ain't doing that. So therefore, I just take it easy. You know what I mean? Take it easy. That thing's doing it again. This piece of junk, I even reinstalled it and everything. This is a good one too, man, I thought. But evidently, it's not as good as I thought, because I've never had one go bad on me. And it's thick, it's nice, hard plastic. Too bad if you'd have to throw, something like this away without being able to reuse it. It's a lot of resources gone. Every day. Tons of food in the military. Every breakfast. 3 bags of garbage full with eggs, bacon, scrambled eggs, bacon, and all that stuff. Every morning. Every afternoon. Every evening. 3 bags of garbage. Food. Just gets thrown away. That's just the Army. I'm not counting, that's just one little place in the Army. I'm not counting everybody, all the other ones. They're the ones that's making our eggs go up. Huh. Go supply on demand. That's what's wrong. So many mouths to feed, and then they're wasting all of it. They're not keeping it. Just like this stuff here, plastic. Wood can grow if you grow trees. You know, after you use all this stuff, this plastic, these clothes and stuff, if you don't grow it back, or you can't grow it back, you ain't gonna have it no more. It ain't gonna be there. So what are you gonna use then? So I'm saying that the Earth's only gonna produce so much for so many years. Might produce enough past my years, past your years, maybe. I don't know. Just never know. I don't know what it looks like. But I know it's going to run out. And that little spoon, when you're out there in the middle and don't have nothing living off the dirt, you're going to wish you had that little plastic spoon. You're going to wash that little plastic spoon off that you threw away normally. You're going to wash it off. Then you're going to eat with it. That's what you're going to do. You're going to, whatever you try to find to eat, you're going to wish you had that. All them little things you throw away. Trash, man. Everything's trash, dude. Garbage everywhere, man. Fishing poles, garbage after you use them, they throw them away. Cars, crush them. They reuse some of the metal. They're going to have to, because the Earth run out of metal, you ain't got no more metal. You make them in plastic. Plastic runs out, you ain't going to make them in plastic, we're going to make them in. You got to find out what you're going to make it in. You know, everything runs out. If you can't plant it and grow it or make it, then it'll run out. That's just the way it is. It's life, man. You know that. You got to know that. That's common sense. Yeah, I got another one coming. This is the last one I can afford though, dude. After this, I'm done with this stuff. I can't do it. Because this stuff's too expensive for me, man. Too expensive. I can't deal with it. I don't have the money, man. I gotta take care of Tweety in there 5 days a week. She's had cancer for the 7th time. Sent $261 billion to foreign countries. Billion. Dollars wouldn't mean shit. Once all this stuff goes away, all this plastic, all this stuff, money ain't gonna mean shit. It's gonna go back to the way it was. That's how it does. It keeps repeating itself. You get up to the electronic days, supersonic days, flying people and everything like that, like the Jetsons, and then boom, it's all wiped out, nothing left. Then you go back to the caveman days, sticks and stone, figuring out how everything works, figuring out what you're going to eat. Like you eat this mushroom, that guy died, and I don't eat that one. That's how that works. That's how you found out whenever you didn't know back then. Day one. You had to test the stick to find out. It's just like, anything. It's just like if you just growed up in a house, everybody's naked. You wouldn't even know what naked is. Everybody didn't have no clothes on. Well, that's not naked. We do it all the time. See, you won't know that. It's all how you growed up, man. See, I was growed up, having tables and something to sit on and stuff like that, and you were too. But there was a time you was growed up, people said, well, work, why work harder for someone else, harder than what you would for yourself? Well, back in the day before you had somebody making this hat for you, someone making this shirt for you, someone giving you food, going to the grocery store for you, someone able to even have a store. Before that you had to go hunt, you had to fish, and what you caught is what you ate. So if you had a big family, you better hope you caught a lot of fish. But that was your work. You worked to live. So that's how working was invented. But then you had a bunch of crazy guys saying 8 hours, we should spend 8 hours out here, since we're paying them. And they don't have to build their house. We'll pay them and they'll take their money to build their house. Well, you can't do that now because the cost of living, the housing around the world is outrageous. Them people are so greedy, I hope they all sink real fast. Everyone it deals in real estate. I hope you sink real fast. So it's retarded. You base your freaking living of what the cost of living is. Like, in other words, what everybody gets paid around that joint. If these mother cousins around here don't want to pay but $10 an hour, $300 a month rent, that's what you need. Because that's what they make, 1 week's worth of work. $300 a month. That's what it should be, 1 week's work. Not $1,000. Well, you're $700 over, man. Now you got to take another person and another person. Freaking idiots. You're a bunch of idiots, man. And I hope you sing. And you will. They'll sing. Eventually, something will happen. You're too greedy, man. Live in your mansion and stuff, and then people can't even afford to, go buy a shirt or something that somebody made. That was fortunate that they could make it. Back in them days, the trade is like I make this chair. I make chairs. That's progressed a little bit from the caveman days. Now hunting, building your hut, you didn't have to buy land or nothing. There was no buying. It was just you tried to build whatever you had, you lived. So you made these things. Then eventually it went to people doing trades like, hey, I can make chairs. And this guy over here, he makes tables. So I'm going to trade him one chair for a table. He'll do it. Because he wants a chair, he don't make chairs. So he'll trade me a table for a chair. So now I got a table and chair. And then you go over there, this guy over here, he makes food. And they go over here and I'll trade him a chair for some food. See, now that's how the trade agreement went. Trade agreement wasn't for the bone. It was, in other words, he done died off. Money is when the bums came in. When you living off society. In other words, money is what helped people not do nothing. Basically like me. Well, I've worked all my life, but I mean, I'm taking care of her. I work on the weekends. But I'm actually working here too because I take care of her. Make sure if we got to go somewhere, we got to go. And that's exactly what I would do in the caveman days too. I'd work, then I'd come back and check on her, stay on with her a little bit, like that. That's how that works. You get the idea, man. If you don't, then you just got to think about it, man. Get your head rolling a little bit. All this stuff here is, they keep making it though. I don't know, they act like they got infinity. And the food, man, the waste of the food, that's ridiculous, dude. And that's every place, every single joint that sells food or gives you food. The Army, McDonald's, Wendy's, all these places. Tons of food. But they waste it. You know what though? They don't care. They don't care they waste it. You know why? They get all that money back except for the taxes that they charge to buy it. So they get their money back. It don't matter. End of the year they get big bumps. That's why everybody at the end of the year gets bonuses. Because they get all that money back. And then big companies, they'll act like they ain't got no money. That's how you do it though. You act like you ain't got no money. Man, I don't know if I can make that. Here you got $100,000 over here. You know, you got to make people think that you don't have nothing. That's what they're doing. They had $200 200 and about just within the last 5 years, I'd say about $260 billion to the countries, different ones. Israel, this guy over here, this guy helping this guy. I'm just gonna guess because the ones that you don't hear of, support and stuff. 261 billion. You give us people registered, there's about 300 million, give or take, 250, 300, 320, it fluctuates. The last I checked, million people registered in the United States. You give everybody $2 million that's registered. And that leaves, out of 1 billion, that's $600 million. That leaves $400 million left out of 1 billion. But they done gave 261 billion out of 1 billion. And they still got 400 million out of 1 billion. They can't give everybody that kind of money that they're saying, because if they did, then nobody would probably work. Then you'd have to go back to trade agreement, making your own stuff, because once all the business is paid out, and all the people that die that know how to run the businesses, and left just people who don't know what the hell they're doing, they would never make anything anyhow, so you'd be back to sticks and stones again almost. But they could give you help. They act like they won't give you help. I just went to the store and it cost $57. Little gas station. That's over a $500 bill. I make $291 every 2 weeks. $291 every 2 weeks. And that's a little bit over. That's not usually that much. But we still got everything right now, except for this thing. And I just spent probably the last we're going to spend. We got some saved, because I'm smart that way. I try to save as much as I can, but if it keeps draining, you can't do nothing about that. I mean, that's, other than try to get more money. Invent something. Huh. You invent something, you get something. Because now you're not only benefiting everybody, you invented something, but now you got to try to keep it coming. You invent something, you got to make enough of it, and that means you got to hire a whole bunch of people to figure out and show them how to do it, how to make something, and to keep it rolling. And then depending on the supply and demand, if you invent just a little bit, and there you got a big demand for it, you got to charge. That's how you get real high prices. People charge high prices because they know they can get it, because everybody wants it. And the first people who get it was the rich people. So sell them the real high price ones, and then lower it for after the rich people got them, then the medium, once they get it, then lower it down to where everybody else can afford it. That's how you do that. But this constant man, when I was in school, there's a sign. Our bus stop was right beside a Dairy Mart. I don't even know if it was called a Dairy Mart back then, but it was a convenience store. And the gas station prices was right there all the time, right by our bus stop. I was always from 5 years old. I remember it said 19 cents a gallon of gas, regular, 19 cents. They didn't have the unleaded. They just had regular gas, 19 cents a gallon. And diesel was lower than the regular gas.
Now diesel's higher than them. You know why? Because they're greedy, man. They know truckers got to drive all the time. Why not soak them? They're greedy. That's greedy. They're beating a man that's down. They say, oh, he's down, let's get him. That's the same thing. Put it, you got a guy that you know has got to drive every day. And then well, we're going to soak him because we know we're going to make the price higher on him. We know he got to buy gas. That's the same way as we know this guy ain't getting up. Let's keep beating him. He ain't going to do nothing. That's the same thing. It's just different situation. That's why people, they don't use no common sense, man. They're using common sense, greedy common sense. Take advantage of people, man. And diesel is the junk gas. It's what comes off of after making the unleaded. It's junk gas. It's actually cheaper to make, or cheaper to sell. So now you get something even cheaper. Buy something $10, sell it for $1,000. See, that's what these house people are doing. They're going crazy, man, with this rent. The rent's got to stop. There's so many people living in tents now. You look online, they're living on tents. That's crazy, man. And you're sending $261 billion out to these other people. And you get people living in tents because they can't afford these damn realtors' prices because they're greedy. What's wrong with living in an average house, dude? I wouldn't mind living just in this old shack I'm in. As long as I know I can fix my dryer if it's going to go out, or get a TV if it goes down. Something like that. I don't need a lot. I don't need swimming pools, movie stars, and Jaguars and stuff like that. I don't need all that junk. I just need a safe place to live, and food in my gut, and what I like to do. Everybody has certain things they like to do. As long as it ain't gambling. If you gamble or do drugs, you ain't never going to have no money, so you won't have no money. Most likely it'll put you in prison or put you to death. That's short life. Short life doing those two things. It's the worst thing you can do. Get hooked on a game, man. I've been on playing computer, man, all the time, man. Now I'm on the PlayStation because the computers cost too much money to keep up. I used to buy a video card, memory, RAM. I used to build my own. I changed my motherboard out every now and then, but mostly it was just a video card and a sound card because I always want that good video and sound when I'm playing my game. I used to play first-person shooters. And, I updated that. Back then, in 1996, 97, when I started. I never played games before that. Before that, I was always out, mangling around. They didn't have cell phones, shit like that. I don't know if they had cell phones in 97, but they might have. They had car cell phones and stuff. I can't remember. Yeah, they did. They had the cell phones, I think. I can't remember. But anyhow, I was never outside, never had a cell phone. I didn't have a cell phone up until about 2 years ago. This is the first cell phone I ever had. Never wanted. I don't like talking on the phone. I like making videos. I was always a camera person when I was younger. So I never had money and never pursued it. I like to take pictures of everything. That's why I like doing this. This thing got a bar going across the bottom of it. You can't even see to turn it off. Huh. And reinstalled Windows. I went into Task Manager and took out internet files, and then put them back in. It don't say I got a virus. I got Spectrum virus thing. Test that all the time. Well, be about it today. This was pretty early morning. I can't tell you what time it is because this thing right here is not on. But we'll see you here in a little while. That was trimming grass with a machete.